Hi, welcome to Diamonds and Crochet. My name is Erica. Today I'm going to be starting Christmas Wreath by Fanira, by the one with the diamond art. I don't know if you can see the little picture. Let me move this over a little bit. Right up there in that corner, that's the picture. It's a little female mouse in a wreath. I think it's super cute. This is going to be one of my craft room Christmas decor paintings. I share my craft room currently with my guinea pigs, so it's hard to find guinea pig themed kits, so I'm happy when I find a mouse or a hamster or something like that. A little cute rodent image. So I'm excited to start this. I'll let you know what I'm going to be using. In my multi-placer by the Creativity Squirrel. You can find her on Etsy. There we go. In the scent Hansel and Gretel's House. I like this scent. It's not just plain gingerbread. There's definitely a very sweet vanilla scent in there too, almost like an iced gingerbread scent. I'm enjoying that little note, that little something extra. And then in my single placer by Oh Snap Dots, I'm using Oh Snap Dots by Oh Snap Crafters Cafe. You can find them on Etsy. I've been using the same half dot for a little while now, so I might need to replace it, but I was kind of testing to see how long I can get away with using it. But I've noticed a couple of times it's popped out with the drill, so I might need to replace it. If I do, I can show you how I do that. It's not hard. Oh, and I'm using my go-to tray, my favorite tray at the moment, by Yellow Dog Designs. It's, I believe it's an extra large. Yes, it says right there, extra large. And I absolutely love this tray. I really love the white bottom, as I always say. And by Bee's Crafty Corner, I am using release paper. I used release paper with Nightclaw the Wondrous Keeper, and I found that an enjoyable way of sectioning off my rows, so I decided to do that with this one as well. So we are moving into the winter and Christmas themed event. There's a big wrinkle in the middle of it, but I can show you a better picture of what the image is going to be. Are any of you participating in any of the winter Christmas events? I know there's quite a few going on. I was tempted to try, but I think after doing drills and chills, I just want to relax and do them on my own time. I do get pressure to complete things faster than, or I should say, I know I'm not the fastest diamond painter, so I do start to feel a pressure that I should be working faster than I am on things. So I tend to like to work on them without actively participating. But I'm curious if any of you are participating in any events and what you're working on. I still haven't decided what my other Christmas kit I want to work on is going to be, which is why I'm working on this one with you guys. I tend to try to avoid working on such confetti heavy kits when I'm doing whip and chats, just because the nature of them, I do tend to miss a lot more colors. Have to go back a lot more, I should say, than when I'm not chatting. But I'm not sure what other kit I want to do. It's either going to be, I think it's called Christmas Magic, or Gnomes for the Holiday. I call them Christmas Gnomes. My mind wants to call them Christmas Gnomes because that's what I think of them as, but it's actually called Gnomes for the Holiday. That was recently back in stock, and I scooped it up. That was one of my permission to purchase if comes back into stock kits, and it did, so I purchased it. And now I really want to work on it. So I was gonna do, I think it's called Christmas Magic. I was gonna do Christmas Magic, but now that I've got Gnomes for the Holiday, I'm thinking I might just do that one. But haven't completely decided. I do know that, sorry, my concentration. It's called Magical Christmas. It's called Magical Christmas, and it's by Eau Claire Studio. I do know that one's a similar color palette to this one, which is another reason why I might do Gnome for the Holiday this year. Just so I don't have a bunch of the same, like, I don't want to get burnt out. I want to enjoy my kits while I'm working on them. And I do know that I can get burnt out working on too much of the same. I was working on, so my goal was to finish that row of Nightclaw, the Wondrous Keeper, before Halloween, and I did. And I finished it well before Halloween. So I had quite a few days to work on Love of Learning. And I got very bored in the meantime working on that because I didn't have anything to break it up with. I definitely like working on more than one kit at the same time. I definitely do get bored of the same thing. I'm that way with crochet too. I know a lot of people can't do more than one at the same time. I understand that. I totally understand. We are all different. And I need something else. I also haven't worked on my mom's sign in a little while, so that just popped into my head. I could have worked on that. I have it kind of tucked away at the moment, and I keep forgetting about it, to be honest. So I need to pull that back out so it's front and center, so I'm looking at it. I just took off my glasses. I'm someone who, I wear glasses for seeing far away, for distance, like I wear them for driving. But when I'm doing something like this, I can take them off. Or like if I'm reading, I can take them off. So. I'm not surprised I wasn't able to finish Nightclaw, but I did get the first 2 rows done, and I'm happy about that. And it's coming out beautifully. I can't wait to pick him back up and start working on him again. Oops. There we go. Picked up 1 too many. I miscounted. There's a glare from my ring light. It is a different angle that I use, that I look at when I'm doing a whip and chat, and sometimes I do get blinded by my ring light. But that's okay. So I didn't do a whip and chat last week because my boyfriend's daughter had a sleepover, and or I should say went to a sleepover, and that just kept us busy last weekend. And I just didn't have the time to do one, but she had fun. She had a blast. She had to talk about all the stuff that they did. They made up several dances. She got a bunch of candy. Her friend's mom took her to Target, and she bought a bunch of stuff at Target, some clothes and stuff. When we picked her up, we went out to eat after, and it was great. I also got to see a bit of her gymnastics practice. My boyfriend's daughter does gymnastics. She's really good at it. When she competes, she often wins gold or silver in events and stuff. So she's very proud of herself, and we tell her that, you know, you can be. You have the right to be proud of yourself. And so that was a good weekend. I did end up getting her the Five Nights at Freddy's video game, and she loves it, but as I thought, she more loves watching people play it than she does actually playing it. She's afraid of getting jump scared. And, you know, she'll say, you play the first round and then I'll play. So I played the first round, and then she's like, you play one more round. And it's like, that's not what I agreed to. And, you know, then she discovered that you can enact, like cheat codes so that you have unlimited power. If you don't know, Five Nights at Freddy's is a jump scare game where you're trying to close doors and watch lights to make sure that these animatronic robots don't come into the office that you're in. And so you're looking at security cameras and stuff like that throughout the game. And a part of the game is that you run out of power, so you have to be strategic on when you're looking at the cameras, when you're closing the doors, that kind of a thing. Well, she discovered there's a cheat code for unlimited power, so she just leaves the doors closed permanently. And I mean, if that helps her get used to playing the game, that's fine. There's also one called Five Nights at Freddy's Sister Location that was included with the game that I purchased that she likes her dad to play. She likes watching her dad play that one. And he will until he gets to a spot where he doesn't know what to do, and then he kind of gets frustrated. And then I usually have to look up what you have to do. And then once he figures out what to do, he does it. So, but that was lots of fun playing that. Trying to encourage her to step out of her comfort zone a little bit. She's going to be 9 next month. It's next month now. She's going to be 9. I haven't worked on her sweater this week. All I've got left to do is seam it together. I'm making her a sweater for her birthday. I've been enjoying crochet this week. I've just been enjoying crochet on my own stuff. I haven't worked on my sweater. Honestly, I should talk about it more in my weekly WIP update, but I think I need to frog it back and resize it in the shoulders. And I'm just hesitant to do that because it's a lot of frogging back and it's a lot of work I've done. But if I really want to be truly happy with it, that's just what I'm going to have to do. So I think I'll save that for next week if I'm being completely honest with you. I found some leftover yarn from my Timberwood tank, the Unicorn Farts yarn. And with that, I've been making myself a hat. And it's cute. I like it. I like pastel colorways, so. I was never the person afraid of color. My sister-in-law loves color, but she's always afraid to wear it. I've never been one to be afraid of color. I used to make my own clothes in high school because the clothes in the store wasn't colorful enough for me. I remember making some like bright magenta pink corduroy pants once in high school, and I wore those all the time. You know, if I still had them, I'd probably wear them. Did you guys have a fun Halloween? If you celebrate, I know not everybody celebrates Halloween, but I had a super fun Halloween. I got to go trick-or-treating with my nieces. I got to hang out with Hermione Granger and a unicorn rock star princess. My 6-year-old niece, for her birthday this past summer, asked for an electric guitar, and her parents found a child-size electric guitar, so they did get her that for her birthday. And so she had a rainbow onesie outfit, inspired by Elvis Presley kind of look. It wasn't an Elvis Presley costume, but it was that one piece with the flared legs. It had rainbow frill coming off of it, and it had like iridescent on it. It was super cute. And she had a unicorn headband. So she was a unicorn princess rock star for Halloween. And my older niece was Hermione Granger. And we did a, what did they call it? Trail of treats. Our local church does a trail of treats. Different businesses can participate. And as you go around to the different cars or tables, booths, if collecting candy from each one, you get a little bit of information on the businesses, and they can hand out cards if you want them. They're not pushy whatsoever at all. It's if you show interest, they'll ask you if you want a card. I got a card from the business that makes sourdough bread of all of them. I love bread. Bread is my weakness. So, and it is hard to find a good sourdough bread. So, that was super fun. I know both the girls enjoyed that. And then we went back home, and they trick-or-treated in their neighborhood with a couple of friends. They have a neighbor who has 2 granddaughters and a grandson. The 2 granddaughters are their age in their classes, but they go to a different town's elementary school. Our school district has 4 towns in it. They all have their own elementary school, but they go to joint middle school and high school. So eventually they'll be in the same classes with each other. Eventually they'll be going to the same school. But for now, they're going to different schools. I hope that made sense. They get on great. They love trick-or-treating with each other. They've done it, I think this was the 3rd year they've done it. When those girls are visiting with their grandparents, my nieces will often go over and visit and play with them and stuff. So, and the older 2 at some point kind of trailed behind everybody else, and they were just talking, having, 9-year-old conversations. My oldest niece is 9. Like my boyfriend's daughter, she turned 9 in September. My boyfriend's daughter will be 9 in December, so they're close in age, and they get on really well. And they get on with my youngest niece really well too. One thing I noticed, my oldest niece is very patient, and my youngest niece likes to, go first or pick first, and my oldest niece is always stepping aside so little sister can do what she wants to do, that kind of thing. And I made sure to point out to my older niece that I notice how kind she is to her sister, and that I'm very proud of her for being so kind and so patient, that I know it's hard sometimes. And she smiled. I could tell she needed to hear that. It's not always easy being the responsible child. My brother's older than me, but I will say my family, being female, comes with its own responsibilities that my brother didn't get placed. I know as the older sibling, he did get placed a bunch of responsibilities that I didn't, but I also got placed some that he didn't. So I know sometimes it's hard having to be the responsible one. Always. Always having to be the one to kind of step aside. I just wanted her to know I see it. And I think she needed to hear that day. So I could tell she beamed after I said that. It's something her mom has said. Her mom has said she feels bad that the older one always kind of has to step aside for the younger one, but the younger one is very headstrong. Sweet kid. Great kid, but very, very headstrong. She's going to be a woman who demands to get her way in life. No one's going to take advantage of that kid. She does jujitsu. I don't remember if I mentioned that. She decided to not do gymnastics this year. She wanted to do jujitsu. And her jujitsu coach was at the Trail of Treats that we went to, so she was able to see him and say hi to him. She loves it. She absolutely loves it. My dad, because it also, the time of jujitsu kind of clashes with one of her sister's dance classes. So my dad, who is retired and loves to do this, takes her to jujitsu and sits and watches her practice, and then waits until, he usually watches the whole practice, but he just has to wait there until her mom is able to get there. But my dad loves to, he sits there and he watches the whole practice, and he loves to tell me how she did and what she learned, and he loves being involved. He went with us trick-or-treating as well. My dad did. And I should say I went as a unicorn. I had a unicorn onesie. My dog had a unicorn handkerchief around her neck, bandana, whatever. And so Hannah and I were both unicorns this year. I try and match us. My dog doesn't like to wear things that are hooded, but she'll wear a bandana around her neck, or like a shirt type thing, as long as there's no hood on it. Last year I found a pumpkin shirt for her and I went as a scarecrow. I kind of wanted to go as a unicorn this year and I couldn't think of what to get for her, so when I found that unicorn handkerchief thing, I thought that would be cute. I had a day off this week because I'm working the weekend, and I got Hannah groomed, and while she was grooming, I took my dad out to eat for breakfast, and then we went to our local Sam's Club. We don't have a Costco in our area. In order to go to Costco, we have to drive over an hour, so we go to Sam's Club. And Sam's Club had the children's toys, and so my dad, he likes to have me help him pick out the toys for the girls. So I was there were toys. He started his Christmas shopping. He loves it, but he just likes to have me to ask, would they like this? Would they like this? Would they like this? If I haven't said, my parents have swung some misses. And my youngest niece does not hide her disappointment well. So they like me to help them pick out the stuff now, because I can better follow what they're interested in and what they would like and stuff like that. So he got the younger one, he got her a rainbow backpack with a clear plastic like window, if you will, and a stuffed puppy inside of it, and like a food bowl and a brush and like all the things you would need to take care of your lovey puppy. And she loves backpacks. She's gonna love being able to carry this puppy around in a backpack. He got her a little karaoke machine. It's a full karaoke machine, like Bluetooth, all of that, but it's a small one, like compact size. And he also picked up one of those for my boyfriend's daughter, because I think that she would like that too for either her birthday or Christmas. Let's see, what else did he get the young one? Oh, and Pokemon cards. A big thing of Pokemon cards. So, because she's into Pokemon. So that's what he got her for Christmas. The older one, he found and he found it. This was one he found, and he asked me if I thought she'd like it. And I think she will. A telescope. It's a smaller size. It's like a tabletop telescope. But it's a real working telescope. And I think she'll like it. I really do. I think she'll be curious about it and wanting to use it. He got her a rock tumbler for her birthday last year, and she loved it. She used that forever. She's a science kid. For a while, I would get her like science experiments at home books, and she loved them. So that's what he got her. He got her, she's so cute. She wants plants for her bedroom, and her mom's not sure how that's gonna work, taking care of them and stuff. Well, my dad found, again, he found this on his own, so he would have done good picking for the older one, I think. The younger one would have been more of a challenge for him, but I think he would have done good picking for the older one, because he found on his own, I don't know if they were Lego brand, but they were Lego style plants that you build, and then you set them on your table or your desk or whatever. And he picked out the bonsai tree one for her, and I think she's gonna absolutely love that. And he got her a laser tag set. There were four in the set, and there's 4 members of their family, so my dad thought that would be fun for them to do kids versus parents laser tag nights, or, you know, when they have friends over or whatnot. And I showed their mom everything we picked out, and she approved everything. So, and he also picked out the laser tag kit for my boyfriend's daughter to give her. So, because we've done laser tag, so I know she likes it. And there's a laser tag room about a 45-minute drive away from my boyfriend's, and we've done it before. I was telling my dad, it's funny, whenever I do laser tag with them, I get hit like 20 times, and I make like maybe 30 hits, whereas the 2 of them are in the hundreds. They get hit like hundreds of times. Like they go after each other, basically. My boyfriend and his daughter primarily go after each other. I don't know, I just think that's funny. But yeah. My dad and my grandpa had birthdays recently. Their birthdays are 5 days apart from each other. So we had a joint birthday party, and that was fun. I think I mentioned, or I don't know if I did, for Christmas last year, I asked my grandpa on repeat what he wanted. And every single time it was, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. And so I got him a flannel shirt with a corduroy collar and cuff, like a really nice one. He hated it because it's a button down. And apparently he said to my grandma, I wish it was a Carhartt sweatshirt. And I said, why didn't he say that? And my grandma goes, that's what I told him. So for his birthday, I got him a corduroy sweatshirt. He likes the cruise style, not the hoodie. And I got it in a vintage charcoal gray. It was a really pretty, so I've learned I really like gray. It was a really pretty gray. He said he loved, I asked him if he liked the color, and he said he loved it. So that was a big hit with Grandpa. Don't know what I'm going to get him for Christmas. Maybe another Carhartt sweatshirt. He loved it. I do know that he is a sweatshirt wearer in the winter. In the summer, all he wears are t-shirts. In the winter, all he wears are sweatshirts. So, I might, for Father's Day, because I buy my grandpa and my grandma gifts on Father's Day and Mother's Day. I was always close enough with them growing up that I do buy for them on Father's Day and Mother's Day. On Father's Day, I always get him a t-shirt with some saying on it. Like my grandpa this year, he always used to go fishing. He was a fly fisher back in the day. And I got him a shirt this past Father's Day that said, "Real cool Grandpa," but reel was spelled R-E-E-L, like a fishing reel. And he goes, "Where do you always find these shirts?" Because I got one for him that said, you know, Grandpa, man, myth, legend, you know, like I find him funny shirts, and he wears them. He loves them. So I was thinking of maybe this year for Christmas getting him a sweatshirt that says something like that on it. Because he does. He lights right up when he opens up and sees his t-shirt on Father's Day. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of doing for him. Grandma's not quite so hard for me to shop for. But I might get her a more practical gift this year. Just because I've noticed she could use some more elastic socks. And, you know, that's overwhelming for them to get. So I think that that might be something that I could get her. So the elastic socks she has are way too loose, but they like them because they can get them on her. But they're not doing their job because they're so loose. And her doctor has told her she needs new ones, but they're not in a hurry to replace them. So I thought that might be something I could get her, some new elastic socks, because her legs do swell. And she does need to wear elastic socks. I think after I finish up the W's, it's going to be pretty close to an hour. That might have to be it, you guys. Yeah, there's all kinds of events going on right now for winter. There's I know Bee's Crafty Corner's putting one on. I know there's one for Cocoa Marshmallow art. I don't know who's putting that one on. Emeralds and Fairy Lights is putting on one. But I'm not going to participate in any. I do know that Cocoa Marshmallow, Laura Cocoa Marshmallow, sells from the one with the diamond art. She has a Christmas tree, a pink Christmas tree that I would like to get, just because I don't like jewel tones. So like the classic red and green for Christmas isn't really my thing. My grandma absolutely loves Christmas colors. Her Christmas tree is just red bulbs, basically, with a few ornaments that mean a lot to her because her kids made them when they were little, or they're the ones we gave her when we were little with our pictures on them or something like that. She still has one that my brother's wife made for her when they were very early dating, so that's over 20 years old. But for the most part, it's just the Christmas red bulbs on her tree. Whoops, I didn't mean to smack my phone. I'm not really into those colors. Jewel tone colors aren't my thing. And that pastel pink Christmas tree really calls to me. That is something that I would hang on my wall. I noticed Michael's is doing the Nutcracker Ballet inspired Christmas stuff right now, and they're the pastel pink, and I'm very interested in buying a couple of things, but I'm also trying not to spend my money on unnecessary stuff, so that's why I haven't made a purchase. I'm really trying not to spend this time of year. I am saving up for Black Friday for diamond painting, and I'm also realizing I'm going to be having to purchase Christmas gifts and stuff like that. So this time of year, I really do try not to buy things I don't need. But I might make a purchase of one or two little Christmassy things, because I do think it's nice to decorate. And when you see something that really calls to you. But anyways, I think it's getting close to the 1 hour mark, and I don't really want to pull out another color because it took me almost an hour just to do that one. So I'm going to end it here. If you made it through the whole video, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I definitely love doing my whip and chats. I felt bad last week not being able to do one. I was a little bit chatty during my whip update. Had to remind myself that my whip update videos are short and sweet. It's my whip and chats where I chat with you guys. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate everyone who stops by, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.